Hey everybody, Leanne Del Carpio here with
Dr. Carla Stanton, family and functional medicine doctor.
And we were reflecting on the two physiological states that all of us are in on a regular basis. So most of us are familiar, right, with fight or flight on the one hand, which is kind of that stress or that survival response, right? Or rest and digest, which is that, kind of rejuvenate, relaxation state, that state of being. So doing and being, for example. But what's interesting is I think today so many of us think of one state as bad, the stress state, right? And one state as good. If I can be relaxing, I'm at the spa, I'm meditating, I'm running, whatever it is, where I'm in flow in my exercise, that's good. Now, of course, rejuvenation is good. It's not to knock that, but stress is not always bad. It can actually, there's a certain amount of healthy stress that can induce us into higher performance. And so one of the things that I think is happening these days is we're getting into almost like binary thinking where relaxation is good, stress is bad. And it kind of, we vilify stress. It's not that we want the challenge stress that shuts us down into hyperreactivity, but a certain amount of prompting of our focus is a healthy thing. And so one of the things that when we look at the research around us is most of us are a bit out of balance, but it might be helpful to refamiliarize ourselves with the ebb and flow of the two. You've got this great way of describing it, Dr. Carla. I wonder if you would demonstrate it.
Yeah, of course. So yeah, just as Leanne said, stress is very helpful. It's helped our species still be here, but it's a high energy state, whereas that relaxation is lower. But we need to be able to navigate between the two, particularly as leaders. So a great analogy is kind of using the biceps of our arms. So say this is my stress muscle. And in health, I need to be kind of working that out as I would if I'm working out. But also, if I'm good at working out, I need to work out the other muscle as well. So we live in like that survival, that go, go, go. We also need to be able to work out that muscle of relaxation. The challenges for most of us is that we're overworking the stress muscle. And as many of you know, if you've ever worked out any muscle, if you overwork it and you keep gritting through and not listening to the pain, you actually break down that muscle, it fatigues. And it means you lose energy ultimately. So when you need to now go to this relaxation response, you haven't been working that one out either. You've been kind of doing this and none of this. So you now need to call upon this muscle to relax, but you haven't created or generated a big muscle there. So you don't have the skill to be able to relax. And this is why sometimes being able to shut off is so difficult, because we haven't been living here. We haven't been strengthening that muscle. So health, perfect health and balance, homeostasis is doing both, doing and being, just as Leanne said. So just something to bring awareness to really over the coming days, and something that we explore in much more detail in the Reset and Rewire course.
And the place that you can begin is begin to reflect for yourself. What is your balance between doing and being? Do you have this doobie-doobie-doo kind of balance, right? Scooby-Doo kind of balance? Or are you a bit out of balance, as most of us are? Oftentimes researchers will say that sometimes we're 70% in doing and only 30% in being. And so how might we look at our current lives and the ideal balance that we want to be into? That's our first invitation to you. And we hope that you'll explore a bit more about Reset and Rewire.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you there.